Use this time for some target practice.
Todo
The
tiene
real
esta.
thing is coming soon.
So if this thing exists in the voids, and we do think
¿Hasta
that
cuándo?
there is
¿Hasta cuándo?
some breakout civilization,
Enemies are dropping
there's
into the
ocean.
area.
No,
Watch the
no.
skies.
We know that these things were real, and these are the things that people keep seeing.
No sé qué.
Enemy KIA.
Pues ya ves ahí.
I try to bumpers.
Qué belleza, güey. La neta, güey. Todas.
Species that share similar
And it's crazy. I think there's like a syndrome you get.
Mira, todas están cortadas por la misma tijera. La ya, tú, la ya, tú,
Enemies
la
dropping into
gris.
the AO.
I mean, it was.
¿Quién va?
I was
All
trying
stations,
to
this is
like.
Shadow
I think it
01.
broke my
Deployment to the
brain.
war zone
I
has
think
been
this whole
authorized.
year's been like processing.
Ah, sí, no, ella mi mamá culera.
It was like an affront to like everything I
Le voy a decir a mi mamá, vas a ver.
I like systematically like you like look into these things. But like being there was free. It's funny, like maybe this is a trippy, weird statement, but like I got sick for like a few weeks after that. And actually Brigham Bueller, who I love,
Resurgence.
like resuscitated me before your
Survive to
podcast.
redeploy forward teammates.
Hit the dog.
Just being around that, I think that's a weird alien virus. But like it was like it broke my like ego or something. Like I couldn't believe that was just the stress
of encountering a mummy of a life.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Like the beings from Close Encounters.
100% and feeling so unqualified. I mean, like, why am I here? Like, these people, like, this feels so weird. Like, it's this vigilante, like, you know, ragtag team of like me and my friends.
I think that's how it happens.
You think it's
Yeah. I think you and I and Danny and all these people are like, why people pay attention to me? And I think that's better than someone who goes forth with this idea that they're super important and they're the ones that are going to break the story. They're the ones that are going to get the...
All right, box just arrived. And honestly, I've been waiting for this one. This Xenon V8 engine model kit will be functional. Goop.
Yeah. That always backfires.
Yeah.
It's like such bad energy.
Yeah, it's bad energy. Yeah, it's a bad
Friendly ammo box
intention.
here.
Like you're going into it with the wrong intentions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think
Enemies
along
dropping
with the
into the
pyramids
AO.
in Egypt, do you think there's going to be a disclosure around what those were, or is there going to be a combination of the Christopher Dunn
Precision
stuff,
airstrike ready for
the
tasking.
Robert Shaw stuff, where they're like aligned via the last procession with Orion's belt, and Graham Hancock talks about this too.
Napalm strike ready for delivery.
Where, like, you know, I asked Graham Hancock point blank, what do you think their actual
Precision
function was if they
airstrike
weren't a
standing
team? And he
by.
almost implied that they
Raider
were
19 rolling in. Deploying payload. Winchester, returning to base.
Across many cultures,
Target
the-
down.
the
Marking
place
the rest of them.
ascension of souls.
Absolutely, it is here in North America.
Down to target fast. Kill them all.
Change your mags.
The pumps. So,
Good kill. Marking the rest of that attack man. Mark remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
that journey is full of challenges and difficulties, on which we will be assessed for the use we make. All of
I think Kirkwood on your show talks about how literal translations at Dandara to Stargate. You know, like people, professionals, and reading hieroglyphics say this.
The squad's in the safe
the
zone.
Egyptians talk about Stargate.
Gas is moving.
Go to
UAV standing by.
Need recon overhead.
there's actually a couple places. The literal translation. You can read it
Changing
on the
mag.
web. I always show people, you know, that there are 2 or 3 depictions of Stargates. Maybe
Friendly ammo
Enemy
box here.
soldier
See the
incoming.
stars above the gate.
UAV available for tasking.
It's completely different. These
Changing
and
mags.
the words they relate to specific constellations. This is in the so
UAV is bingo fuel. Returning to base. Located the rest of them.
Yeah.
So was it maybe like a portal of sorts or something?
I can speculate all day long, but I do think we're going to know a lot about it in the next decade or so. I think there's going to be a tremendous amount of resistance for the next 5 or 6 years. But then I think as all this crazy AI innovation overwhelms us, because it will overwhelm us, it's going to transform society, I think we're going to lose an enormous amount of jobs. It's going to change the way civilization functions, and that is going to be such a disruption that other disruptions will be more powerful. And so the disruptions
drop,
of the
heading
history
your
of our
way.
timeline is going to be more powerful. And I think we'll be able to
Mark remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
institutions are complex, and they're collapsing in terms of
Got some armor here.
like you know the
Moving to
Epstein
my
thing that
mark.
just happened.
Semtex over here.
Top dog at Harvard. Just
Yeah, Larry Sommer,
Yeah.
he did.
Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your tag. Good hunt. Target down. Marking the rest of them.
They said if someone is saying
Stun grenade.
kill Jews and they're
Western
yelling
recon flyover.
Use an airstrike available.
that's considered
Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
Reload. And I
Good kill. Marking the rest of that
just
squad on your
like
tag. Get hunt.
virus or Marxist ideology, but there's no question that stuff is invading.
Target down. Marking the rest of them.
And I think
Priority tasking request received. We're done.
AI is going to replace like almost entire.
Reload.
It will be pointless to get a degree in coding. It's not
Enemy
going to
dropping
matter.
into the
This
AO.
fucking phone can do it in 3 seconds. We'll spend 300 days on something that can be instantaneously done. I think it's going to remove
Enemy destroyed.
of,
Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of
for
them.
people to go and get degrees. And I think as time goes on, they are going to take their
Thank you,
heels
Mac.
in and status
Kill
go on.
confirmed.
We're not
Locating
allowing
the rest of them.
real objective intellectual discourse. We're only allowing things to be discussed that align with their ideology, which is the opposite of higher learning. You know, even if you are diametrically opposed and you vehemently opposed to an ideology, you should be able to argue against that ideology in a more convincing and profound way. That's what higher learning is supposed to be all about. They've abandoned that for activism.
Enemy soldier
That's
incoming.
they've signed their own death
Your
certificates.
squad made it to the safe zone.
So I think all these people that are, in
Changing max.
control of the narrative, ancient history, and of archaeology, and the timeline of being itself.
Mark remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down. Target down. Marking the rest of them.
1,000 years older than we thought.
Look around.
So it is a human being to 1 billion years.
Don't worry. I got you.
That might
Good kill.
Okay,
Marking the rest of that
Switch
squad on your
your
tac map. Get hunt.
once
Change your max.
artificial general superintelligence world,
Semtex out.
these supposed
Reloading.
control centers of information will dissolve. I don't think they're going to have any.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the
sky.
sky. Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
So I'm telling you that these core
Your
samples
squad
are
mate is
incorrect.
redeployed. Well done.
The data's wrong. We know no one's sailed before 60,000 of this. You're going to get a different way that human beings interact with information.
Change your
I don't think
max.
there's going to be any gatekeepers of information anymore.
And if you look at how science progresses, it's always the amateur polymaths or whatever.
Yes.
Look at electromagnetism, which was the tip of the spear in the 19th century. It was Michael Faraday, who was a bookbinder
Armor pouch
in
mark.
South London. If you look at relativity, it was a patent clerk, and Einstein. Like, all these guys aren't taken seriously until they are.
Yes.
And so,
You can't function inside that bitchy world, because you can't one-up your professor. You can't one-up your elders, your peers. They try to keep each other down. Listen, they're just things that turn out to be totally accurate. Like the Clovis verse hypothesis was that the first human beings in the year, I think it was like
Make it count.
13,000 years ago, was the Clovis verse.
Mark remaining operators from that
They
squad.
thought that
Hunt
was
them
true,
down.
and then this one guy.
Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map. Get hunted.
Used the worst language possible, and turns out he was right. And now they're pushing back even further.
Friendly
Keeps
ammo,
going
scratch
further,
that.
and they keep finding new artifacts. Like, okay, wait, this is
All
from
squad mates are in
60,000
the
years
safe
ago.
zone.
What's going on? Is this
Gas
making
inbound.
Taking fire.
What is this? And I think these
Changing
done
mags.
themselves in, and they've served a great function for a long time. But I think
Changing
they're
mags.
not necessary anymore. And I think in some ways they're counterproductive because it makes it a lot. You're a young kid. You're 18 years old or 17 years old, and you leave high school, and then all of a sudden you're in a university. You're so valuable,
Reloading.
and there's so many social
Mark it down. Marking the rest of them.
you just become your environment. You sort of give in to the zeitgeist of whatever the university has. And for a lot of people, it's like leftism and Marxism and socialism. We're all like fighting for social cred and virtue signaling, and you're just trying to stand out.
Enemy
Stand out,
destroyed.
be like the
Use
most
your tac map
virtuous.
to hunt down the rest
Pop
of
so
them.
hardcore. And
Resurgence has been
this is like this social
deactivated.
game that's
This
going
is
on.
the end game.
UAV standing by.
You're supposed to be
Precision
doing
airstrike standing by.
higher institution of learning. You would be challenging all these suppositions. You'd be challenging all these preconceived notions that these people have, and you would be offering alternative
Tracking a high-value
perspectives and asking
target.
them
Weapon top.
who's right and who's wrong. You have to
You're in
be
the top 10. Keep knocking them down.
Changing mags.
We've got 10
you
squads
can't
active
do
in the
that now
field.
because people do this to save space.
Enemy
People
dropping
fucking
into
set
the
up
AO.
fire alarms. They don't like that you say that transfer shouldn't be competing with biological equipment. They're so opposed to anything that doesn't align with their ideology that it's destroying
Get to the
the
fight
very
zone.
purpose of their existence.
You're
On
losing
the
ground.
Epstein
Moving.
thing, I think that speaks to this feeling that a lot of people have that our government isn't our government, and it doesn't matter who's in charge. Okay, the rich are gonna get rich, we're gonna
Your
get
squad's in the
we're
top
gonna get
5.
somehow screwed. And we talk a lot about the Eisenhower speech, but we're
You're in the top
military
3. Don't let up now.
complexes. We are well addressed.
5 squads still operational in the AO.
I mean, I feel like you have as much access to anyone as anybody else. I mean, you really have an amazing vantage, and you explore this stuff sort of systematically. Do you have any sense of like the Epstein stuff's so crazy? You had the FBI director on your show, and it's like it's clearly denying opinion. I've said it. Dan Bongino said it.
I think you're fine after a car accident until this happens. Most people don't realize that even accidents that seem minor get punished in the short
Hostile located.
minutes later. If you've been in a car accident recently,
Throwing some pins.
Move to the safe zone. Gas is closing in.
Nation, here, is going to get as much as we can. He killed himself.
What did you think before you got in office? Did you think that Epstein was murdered?
No. It's so crazy to say he killed himself. It's like, come on. And, Dan Bongino looks like his head's gonna pop every time it's seen in public.
Yeah.
Like you feel the cognitive dissonance coming.
Copy.
So what is going on?
Break it down.
If we could play the Pink Floyd song Money right now, that'd be perfect.
John 10. No joy.
It's money. It's enormous corporations that fund this entire machine. It's the amount of money
The
that
safe
they
zone is a long way from your
by
location. Move like
keeping
you mean.
narratives running exactly where they are. It's not money that give exposed in a bunch of different
All
areas.
mounted targets
And
destroyed. Hell of a job.
it's the same problem you have with the Epstein files. It's money.
Ya nomás falta uno, está abajo.
Napalm
abajo.
inbound. Hot, hot, hot.
3 squads
Uno,
left.
uno, abajo, abajo.
Stay
Alleged
alert.
were compromised. And because of those compromises, what kind of decisions were made in terms of international
Granadas,
conflict,
perros.
in terms of laws that were passed, in terms
En el agua, en el
All
agua.
enemy squads
Yes.
eliminated. That's a job well done.
much
Shut up, nigga.
influence that's had on modern society.
Good job,
We
Unforgiven.
don't know. Hopefully we'll learn.
Hang on, Mike.
Motherfucker.
But there's going to be pressure to not release the names of these wealthy and powerful people. And I bet that pressure is hitting the White House right now.
Definitely sharing that one. I forgot what it is. Yeah, I knew if he was like in there somewhere when that napalm could have crossed.
Hey, look at my
Because
kills.
his only way back up.
Look how many kills I got.
That's how it has to be.
Hey, you need to go touch some grass.
It's changes if something
I told you, like I
radical
said, that
happens,
one's
and I think
definitely
this
getting
vote
recorded.
to really weeks to farm is something wrong. The fact that it was 470